Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to Cultures, your number one video podcast for all things dating and relationships. My name is Corey, and I'm here with my beautiful wife,
Chelsea,
the Chels, also known as
the
formerly
boss.
the boss. Yes. When I'm home, I'm the boss when I'm home by myself. But when she gets through the door, all things have to stop, and I have to be wait on her hand and foot.
That's a lie. That's the truth, though.
That's what I think I'd be doing. That's what I think I'd be doing. My love, you got the bun up today.
Yeah, because I'm ready for business.
Business. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, add a little extra knowledge.
This is a business conversation.
Business conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying to help people.
We're getting serious today.
We're getting serious. Video one was kind of like, this is what we're about. Today's video, we're jumping straight into the soup. We're getting to that action, that bag.
Potato, the meat,
And
in the enchiladas.
You just like enchiladas. We went to get enchiladas 2 days ago.
So good.
And you still thinking about that?
Yeah, of course. Well, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video and hop on our journey.
Hopefully you are not watching this video driving, but if you are, thank you for the views. Thank you for at least watching. But you may have to play this video back because we are talking about in today's video the 4 secret tips that no one ever told you about dating.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing.
I'm excited.
You're excited? You too?
Yeah.
My love, I think we did our dating process right.
It was great. I mean, out of all the ones I had, you were the best one.
Hold on, why you had to say it like that?
Because it was the truth. I speak honest, open.
Out of all the ones you had?
I mean, I had a few.
A few hundred?
No,
not a few hundred.
No,
My bad. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Like one every couple,
Say something. say something. Say something and see if we don't have a conversation.
Okay.
Later. Say something.
Yeah. Anyways.
Wow. We're just going to move right on past that, guys. I apologize.
But you were the best one.
Well, thank you.
Because
you know what?
You saved
yourself.
We had an outline.
You just saved yourself. You just cleaned it. Cleaned it up. We're back, guys. Culture-ish. Corey and the Chels, we're here. She cleaned that up. I'm glad you saved that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Out of all the ones.
Lord. I mean, clearly we're married, so clearly
yeah,
you're the
it
best
worked.
one.
It worked. I mean, my love, and then here's the truth. You were the best one, too.
I know I was.
You know? That's why you're here.
I got the end goal.
End goal.
The ring.
If you like it, put a ring on it. Okay. Well, my love, let's go. Let's jump in right into it. Number one, what is it that they need to know? Number one dating secret in 2023.
Be prepared to date. Don't put a false expectation on yourself. When I say be prepared, I mean love yourself first. If I'm ready to date because I know my value, I know I can bring someone else into the picture. Don't date just because you're lonely and I just broke up with my ex and I'm just going to date someone else just to get him pissed off,
That's good. You don't want to date lonely and you don't want to date out of revenge. Revenge dating. That's a whole nother topic right there. Guys, I heard it a long time ago that you never go to the grocery store. We live in Texas, so it's really, you never go to H-E-B. You never go to H-E-B hungry. Mm-hmm. You never go starving. If you need to go to the grocery store, you probably need to go to McDonald's. You probably need to get that $1.69. Yes, it costs $1.69 now. Get that McChicken, get that McDouble. Eat that first before you go into the grocery store, because if you don't, you went in for chicken breast, you went in for asparagus, and you went in for broccoli, and you're going to leave out of there with
Oreos,
ice cream,
you name it, chips. I heard something a while ago that said the right person can be the wrong person if you're not ready for them. I knew that I was in alignment with myself, that when Corey came along, I knew that he was the right person.
So there is a right person and a wrong timing.
Oh, yeah, for
that
sure.
makes that person the wrong person.
Yeah, he could be perfect on paper, but if you're not right, he's the wrong person for you.
Or the timing's not right.
Yeah, the timing's not right.
Or you're not mentally, physically lined up correctly. Then people try to force that.
Yeah, they'll force it because they're like, oh, well, she's perfect on paper and I don't want to lose it. But along the lines, it's going to crumble because you're not physically right with yourself. And that person may be right, but you're not right. And
so therefore, it's not the right situation.
It's going to clash eventually.
Right. That's good.
I've been there.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Right on paper. Wrong timing. And if we try to force it, you're going to end up with frustration. You're going to end up in fights. You're going to end up frantically trying to do things to keep something that was never intended to be.
For you.
Ooh.
And it sucks to say that, but, I don't want to keep someone in my life because I know he's perfect, but he can be for the next person. And you can have someone for you that's waiting to be with you, but you physically have to get in alignment.
I'm for you.
I knew you were for me because I was physically fit. Not like physically, I was physically fit, but I was right mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Okay, done. That's good. That's good. Number 2, my love. I guess the second tip and secret we would tell you would be to approach dating with the right mindset. The mindset of you are a CEO of a Fortune 500 company doing $1 trillion a year in annual revenue. Here's the deal. When you're the CEO, you have the responsibility of making sure that you interview people that are highly qualified, right? Highly qualified to put into positions that are going to help you.
How do you know they're highly qualified?
That's a great question, my love. Standards.
Okay.
Maybe you have those, kind of going back to what you just said. Like, while I was preparing for the next chapter of my dating, I had a list. I know a lot of people shun the list, but I had a list.
Honestly, don't shun the list.
I got standards.
And it's okay to have standards.
You better have standards, because if you don't have standards, you are going to fall for anything.
Yeah.
You are going to be, instead of looking for the best, you're going to actually get with the budget. And that's not what you want. And you wonder why your life then won't move forward. We literally actually use the terminology, my love, like this is the interview process. You get, my love, let me ask you a question. About how many dates does somebody need to go on for you early in the interview process, the dating process, before you're like, no, or yes, I can go on to date number 4, or no, this ain't gonna work?
I would say 2, because the first one is initially I'm meeting you, and the second one, throughout that meeting you process, we talk, we get to know one another, and you're sharing your beliefs, your standards, and for the second date, you'll see, hey, I don't know if I want to continue this, or let's continue moving.
It's not a bad thing to say, hey, you're a great guy, or hey, you're a great gal, but this ain't it.
Yeah.
It's okay. During that process, the interviewing process, you should be actually paying attention to red flags. Is there what date is it that we get to start talking about the serious conversations? When do we start having serious conversations outside of the what's your favorite color and your favorite number?
Honestly, for us, we started that very early on because I need to know the serious answers before I continue moving on.
Solid.
Because I'm not going to wait till date 7 and I'm like, oh, I'm really into you, but we can't talk about money. Or, hey, because the first date, let me be real with you, Corey didn't pay. And I didn't want him to pay. Because I wanted to make sure that I wanted him to know that, hey, I'm fine independently.
There's a lot to unpack in our dating process. We read a book. I read the book, and then I recommended that you read the book, and you skimmed it a little bit. But the first 8 dates, I'm gonna add that comment down below. The first 8 dates. It's an amazing book that helped me get right, because I had just got out of a real bad breakup, and it was bad. I was questioning myself and how the breakup even happened, but I know it was something that needed to happen, right? Kind of ripping the Band-Aid off that situation. And so, yeah.
That goes into number 3. Begin with the like in mind. It's a like, not a lust. Do I really like him for his heart? Or do I like it for his, for you? Do you like it for his heart?
The dating process would be so much easier if you it would be less stressful. Guys, let me tell you, dating is stressful, period. It's a lot of anxiety and a lot of mental energy that goes into actually dating somebody seriously. And when you like somebody, it makes it a lot easier.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because I know that we both have the same end goal in mind.
Or we're already friends.
Yeah, I say start off as friends. That's the best thing you can ever do. We start off as friends.
Yeah, that's why.
I knew if we would have not worked out, I knew we would still be friends.
You heard it? Y'all heard it first. Even the reason why you want to start off as friends and the reason why you want to be prepared mentally and physically. And the reason why you want to approach this as a interviewing process is because at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out,
we're
you
still
can
friends.
still look. Why do so many people don't work out and then they like run or walk in the opposite direction?
I would say because it started as lust first. It started as lust.
Mm.
And we can all be honest. I saw him for his looks. I didn't saw him for his heart first. I saw his looks first. When I got to know him, I started to like him.
I've done that.
We all have done that. We could be honest.
I've done that more times than I can count. And let me tell you, a lot of headache, a lot of money, and a lot of mental energy spent.
Here's a good thing. Looks fade.
Looks fade.
But your heart will always stay the same.
Yeah. You know what? Dating somebody that is high charactered, dating somebody that has high standards like you do, you can never go wrong with that. You can never go wrong with that. That's awesome stuff.
With the standard, I want you to put a realistic standard, though. Don't put like, I want him to be 6'5".
Yeah. I want him to be 6'5", and I want him to be 215 pounds and have played in the NBA.
Because clearly I wanted someone 6'1".
Okay, question.
5'11".
Are you in the WNBA? Do you play some type of professional sport?
Be realistic.
We got to be. We do have to be real with our expectations. I'm not saying that you can't expect greatness from yourself, but don't expect anything from somebody else that you aren't willing to give them. When it comes to dating and being in that interviewing process, guys, you got to also be look for those red flags. Those red flags are important. My love, I guess the last and final tip.
Master your mistakes. It is okay that the last couple of relationship or dating didn't work out, but learn from them. You know, I knew that he wasn't a good communicator. Okay, well, I know the next person, that's one of my realistic expectations, that he has to be a good communicator, because if I can't talk to you and you just give me one word responses, boo, you're out the door.
That's awesome. My love, question, how many cringy dates have you been on?
I would say like 2.
2.
Yeah, because I knew what I wanted. If you didn't know how to talk to me and you just kept looking down at my boobs, no, then I know that it was a lust thing for you. If you were genuinely asking me questions to move forward in our relationship and just being like, hey, so what's your favorite color 5 different times, then I feel like you weren't matured in what you really wanted. You were just like, hey.
There is a level of maturity that has to come with dating, right? When you make sure that you're right, physically, mentally, then when you date, are literally saying, I am willing to be concerned about this person's mental and physical well-being, right? And if too many people approach that just haphazardly, too many people just casually date, that's dangerous.
And it's just like now in this world, we're like, oh, I'm just going to see if she likes me. We can go on a couple dates, and we keep going on dates and dates and dates. And now we're 5 years in, and it's like no end goal in mind. And it goes back to number 2, like interview that person.
That's because every time you go out on a date, you're investing into that person.
Financially?
And financially, spiritually, mentally, you are investing into that person. And that's why dating and interviewing in that context is, you need to be able to get in, assess that character of that person, figure out if you're a good fit for my company. Are you a good fit for my company or are you not? If you are, let's move forward. If you're not, then don't. My love, I would also want to add to that and say a big mistake that I made was dating multiple people at one time.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking that I was being efficient.
The brain can't multitask.
I wasn't being efficient. I was being horny. We'll talk about that on another video. But when you can't give somebody your undivided attention, and by dating multiple people.
I would say with this last topic, I would say go back to the list. If that person is checking boxes off, continue. If they're not even checking off not even half of your list, they're not the one for you. Probably. He may be fine, but he's not the one for you.
He may not be the one.
And it's a lust thing.
It's a lust thing. Most of the time it turns into a lust thing. I lust you, I don't like you, and then all of a sudden I go from I'm lusting you to, oh crap, I think I need to love her, when in reality all I do is like her. So it goes from lust to like to love, which should go the other way. It should be like first, then love. And the beautiful thing about loving someone is that then you can be your holistic self with them and then now we have that intimacy.
When you love someone, you still like them.
Yeah.
I still like
Absolutely.
you every day.
Some days I don't like you though.
That's fine, but I like you
Understood. Guys,
and love you.
I love you too. There we go. There we have it. All right. 4 tips to dating in 2023. Tips, secrets, however which way. Play this video back. 1, be prepared to be prepared to be dating. Don't put false expectations on people. 2, remember you are the CEO of your life. 3,
Begin with the like in mind.
begin with the like in mind. And then 4,
Master your mistakes.
master your mistakes. Guys, as said, this is Culture-ish. Until next time, take care.
Peace.